When I was little, something went wrong with me and everything changed. Even my parents. My dad and mom are broken up when I was 7 because we're tired of my dad abuse. I don't remember they face now, but my mom was good to me. Well, at least it's what I remember of my childhood in another dimension before I got teleported into the Wonderland. The Wonderland, it's a strange dimension where I can see things that are magical as well as scary, disgusting, and horrifying. While walking around there, I meet an oddly white rabbit that seems like to eating a skeleton. It then noticed me and running toward me. It jumped up about to attack me, but suddenly a man shot it with his shotgun. That man came closer to me, put his hand on my shoulder as if to comfort me and said, "You can be her, anyone can be her. I won't leave you." I can see a worry, sad and tired expression on his face as if he waited for someone or me. Too long. Then he took my hand and led me down a small path in this forest. I didn't know who he was, but he seemed like a good person, and this was the only trustworthy person I met at that time in that dimension. During that time, I could see how strange that dimension was. The sky that I can see is an upside-down version of the ground, and what is beyond that sky is another ground. I think each ground is a different dimension. After what feel like hundreds of years of walking, I don't know how the times works in that dimension, sorry, but I feel like the time's very slow here. He and I finally saw a small house in the distance. It was his house. After we entered the house, I can see it is designed very beautifully. A photo of a woman with a baby girl and a newborn boy can be seen on the old TV shelf of the living room. I don't know if it's the family of him. Oh, also, I noticed the woman looked like me but older. Then he called me to the dining table. I saw him put the bowl of soup on the table. He said it was a dish his aunt taught him in the past, so he signaled me to eat it before it got cold. I don't know what the name of the soup is, but he said its name is sup kua. Well, I knows it's a Vietnamese dish now. I was actually stuck in that dimension for quite a while. I don't know how exactly long, but I felt like hundreds of years have passed until that day. Just a random normal day. I and him see a portal appeared beside his house. I could see the joy mixed with sadness in his eyes as he cried because the portal appeared. It seemed like he knew what the portal was. Then he told me it was the way back home as he calmed my fears about what was on the other end of the it. When I about to step inside the portal, I can hear the mumbling of him. "Mom, I did it," is what I heard before I go. After returning, I found myself in New York City, but something wasn't right, but I couldn't figure out what was wrong here. Then I walking to my house located in this city. I could see people here doing normal things. At that moment, a black sedan stopped in front of me. Then the passenger seat doors open and my mother stepped out. "Oh, you're here, my little angel. You made me worrying, you knows. What you're doing here? Why are you suddenly disappeared?" My mom said to me as she take my hand and led me to the car. It's no matter now. I glad you come back safely and healthy. My mother said as we've sat on the passenger seats. My mother then told the driver to driving back to our home. When I looked out the window, I noticed the little different of this city than what I remember. Specifically is the playground animatronics restaurant, which I visited several times before with my mother, but now it's replaced by some strange buildings. After a long drive, we finally arrived home. As far as I remember, it was a normal apartment, and my mother and I got out of the black sedan before the driver started driving it away. Our house is as normal as before, except for my room. Where is the little crown I bought at the playground animatronics restaurant gift shop? I don't question it to my mother, but I feeling like that place don't exist anymore. Beside everything, my life returned to normal after a few days while I ignored everything that was supposed to be missing there. Until I become 13 years old, with a mind that understood what was fake and what was real. I realized I am not in my world but an alternative one. I don't know what happened to Rebecca of this alternate world. I didn't even meet her once. Does that mean she replaced me from my world? I don't know either, but maybe she living happy like me? And everything happened next in my life is what you already knows. I gotten a job at Hidden Administration of United States due to my mother position. During that times, I meet and fallen in love with Stephen Miller, my childhood friend and co-worker, who older than me 2 years old. Last year we got married. 2 months ago, I discovered I was pregnant. It's been 7 months. I'm happy that I will being a mother.